What's going on, everybody, and welcome to CS5 Unmasked. Today I'm going to be showing you some of the improvements that I made to my Never Hike Alone Ghost Jason costume that I made over 4 years ago. Now, my original costume, though only being around $25, still looks actually pretty good to this day. But I wanted to spend a few extra bucks to see how much more I can actually improve the costume. So that's what I ultimately ended up doing. Now, I started off with the mask and hood. Now, I was able to pick up a blank shell on Etsy for around $20. And it really looked accurate to the one that was in the fan film. After I painted it and did all the detail work, I really love how it turned out. The strap itself is actually the same strap that I used on my original mask because it still looked pretty good, so I really didn't want to have to make a new one. Now, as far as the hood is concerned, I didn't want to use just a standard balaclava like I did in the original costume. I wanted to make it look a whole lot more like from the fan film. So using this old man latex mask is really going to help me achieve that look. Now just using a little bit of liquid latex, some gray acrylic paint, and a couple drops of black acrylic paint, I think will do the job to achieve the look that I'm going for. So I essentially just applied the mixture to the latex mask, ensuring that I had maximum coverage over the entire thing. Now, even though it doesn't look very dark now, once it did dry, it actually darkened up quite a bit. So this actually turned out a whole lot better than I expected, and I'm very pleased with the results. Now, I did end up opening up the eye holes quite a bit because the two small little slits that actually came with the latex mask made it extremely difficult to actually see what I was doing. Alright, now moving on to the hands. I really wanted something to cover up my skin and have them look a whole lot closer to how they did in the fan film. So I went ahead and purchased some gray opera gloves, and just using a little bit of black spray paint, I did a light coating over both hands. Now, this actually is the biggest purchase for the entire costume. I decided to buy a brand new jacket because I really wanted this Jason to look good. Now, the original jacket that I actually used looks okay, I guess, but I absolutely do love this fan film, so I knew that I had to buy a jacket that looked a whole lot closer to the one that Jason actually wore. Now, I distressed it the same way as I did in the original costume. Then once that was complete, I did wash it a couple times to really fray out the edges. And just using some diluted black acrylic paint, I sprayed it over the entire thing. I really wanted to darken it up and make it look like Jason has actually worn this for several years. Now, the pants and shirts are not the same as the original ones. I actually just decided to make a new set because everything else on this costume is essentially new. I might as well do them as well. So, adding everything up, my original costume cost around $23, and the new and improved costume cost about $84. But I will assure you, this was money well spent. I absolutely love the way that this Never Hike Alone Ghost Jason costume actually turned out. Alright, everybody, if you have any suggestions for costumes that you'd like me to improve in the future, let me know in the comment section down below. And until next time, this is CS5 signing out, and I hope to see you in the next video.